welcome to Driversroom. This is round 6 of the Festival of Speed Season 2 for Tier 2. Today we are at the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. Let's head down to the grid and we'll see who took top spot in qualifying. On pole is that man again, Sean. Another pole to race win in round 5 for Sean. He's dominating Season 2 and it looks odds on to take the title from Flapjack. He's running on racing softs. In second, we have Flapjack running on racing softs. Both Flapjack and Fawn. In second, we have Flapjack running on racing softs. Both Flapjack and Sean have been battling hard with each other in our sister championship DRSL. So will Flapjack be able to stop Sean on his recent run of form today? Fingers crossed. In third, we have Nightmare Racer running on super softs. Another solid result for Nightmare in round 5, taken fourth. His results are backing up Sean's. Neon Knights now look set up to retain the overall team title for Season 2. In fourth, we have Jules on racing softs. Another good drive last time out, seen Sean take fifth, carrying on his steady form for Season 2. In fifth, we have Murkoff on super softs. Great result in round 5 for Murkoff, taking second. He's starting today just behind his Sega teammate Jules. Will we see some team tactics move them higher up the grid today? In 6th, we have Jason on super softs. Great quality for Jason, finally getting his 911 set up to his liking. He'll be looking to show what he can do with his tuned up 911 today, starting from 6th. In 7th, we have myself, Craig P, on super softs. A few mistakes proved costly in round 5. Coming home in 7th, but took fastest lap on the final lap, showing what was possible, but unfortunately it was too little, too late. In 8th, we have Jammy on racing softs. Still suffering from the bad luck curse in round 5. He was running really well high up the order until his friend Mr. Luck turned bad on him again. Will he be able to turn it around here today? Here's hoping for him. In 9th, we have Grim on racing softs. Much improved from Grim in round 5. Seemed to finally get that 911 dialed in. Some work to do today though, starting from 9th. In 10th, we have Boss on super softs. Suffered some technical issues in round 5, his wheel overheating and disconnecting, destroying his race. Hopefully that's all sorted for today's race and he can get to the checkered flag. In 11th, we have Monroe on racing softs. Came home 11th in the last round with a solid drive. We'll see him try and get a few more spots today. And finally, rounding out the grid in 12th, we have Scary Guy on racing softs. Scary Guy is new to the driver's room. This is his debut in DRFS. Maybe not got the car dialed in as much as the others who've been able to test, as he only joined a few days ago. We'll see if he can make his way up the grid and show us what he's got. Okay, so that's your grid. Just before we get to the race, a little disclaimer. I was the host for this round and somehow managed to turn the fuel and tire usage off. So it's going to be a slightly different looking race today. A flat out 30-minute endurance. But that's when we finally realize, you'll notice during the race. Let's jump down to the action then and see how the guys manage with that. So we jumped on the front of the grid as you hear the engine notes rise. See if Mr. Sean can get a good launch. bit of wheel spin again from both Neon Knights cars. You see myself and Jason tripping over each other in the background. Great start from Murkoff, already up into third. Gonna hold out Nightmare Racer there. He's getting past Flapjack, but Flapjack's gonna have the inside line going to the right. Reclaims his second place. Mr. Sean just pulling away up front. Flapjack just hitting those sausage curves. They are deadly around Laguna Seca. They just spit you out if you touch them. So we've got Mr. Sean in first, Flapjack in second, followed by Murkoff. Nightmare Racer tucked up behind. Nightmare hits the sausage as I just spoke about them and spits him right out into the gravel. So we also see Monroe struggling. Jason's way at the back, he's had an issue. There we have Murkoff in third, Jules in fourth, myself up into fifth, Grim up to sixth. Great start from Grim, coming up from ninth. Jammy in seventh, Scary Guy's up at the eighth. It looks like it's gonna a little bit of lag there, car twitching about. Monroe's up at the ninth. Nightmare's recovering from his trip just off before the corkscrew. Jason's recovering, and looks like Boss has been struggling at the back. Hopefully it's not a recurrence of his technical problems from round 5. So I got Mr. Sean breaking away. Fortunately Flapjack can't keep with him at the moment. They are on the same tyre, so if they don't realise, they might change them, but I think they'll realise soon that they're not actually using them. As Mr. Sean heads up towards the corkscrew. Very famous corner, but very deadly if you get it wrong. Sean takes it perfectly. Flapjack just drifted too wide through, carried too much speed. Murkoff and Jules gonna get through. Grim takes it well. Jammy in 6th. I've fallen back to 7th. I had a bit of an issue, and Nightmare just comes flying over the corkscrew. Manages to gather it up. We've got Boss still struggling. Scary Guy and Jason. Looks like Jason forgot to turn for the corkscrew, went straight on. Sean started to really pull away from the pack behind now. We got Murkoff followed by his Sega teammate. Jules will be looking to hold up Flapjack. Maybe let Murkoff run away. We got Grim being followed by Jammy. Jammy's got a decent start to the race. Hopefully his luck will hold out. Myself in 7th, not going too bad. Still holding my qualifying position. See if we can have little mistakes as possible today from myself. Team Firestorm needs some points. Nightmare Racer now is recovering from his 2 spins. He's up into 8th. Monroe going well in 9th. Bit of rear damage. Somebody maybe hit him. Boss running in 10th. He's got front damage, so it looks like he's been into the back of Monroe. Scary Guy drifting into the corkscrew, and Jason coming up at 12th. He's catching up quite well. Machine short going around the Andretti hairpin. Gap he's pulled now, we'll just see what the time is. 83 seconds he's pulled away from Murkoff in 2nd. You have Murkoff in 2nd, still got Jules behind him. Team Sega doing a good job here, locking up 2nd and 3rd. Jules will be looking to keep Flapjack at bay. Flapjack's dropped off slightly. She hits the sausage again there. They're not the nice kind of sausages at Laguna Seca. They are very, very unforgiving in these cars. Or in any car, they just bounce you from one side of the track to the other. As you see, oh, jammies, I had an issue coming down the corkscrew. As you see, I get past him. Grim also looks like he's had an issue. See, Nightmare's passed. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened to both Grim and Jammy. As we rejoin him here, you've got Jammy in behind Grim. It just gets a better run out of the third corner. Opts to stay behind. He's going to have, if he can keep this, he's going to have the run up the hill towards the corkscrew. He's now in the slipstream, just getting caught out a little bit by Grim braking. It's going to be into the corkscrew, isn't it? He's right up behind him. Oh, he's just missed his braking point completely. Where did Grim go? Grim must have got caught out and went straight on as well. See it now from Grim's point of view. See how he got caught up. Yeah, he just got caught out by Jammy coming alongside him, put two wheels onto the dust, and around he went. And lucky for the pair of them there, just hard racing, caught each other out. So we just rejoin them there. Grim has got the car straightened back up. So yellow flag up ahead. As you see, Nightmare ghosting. Nightmare maybe got caught out by the left-hander. There is a sausage on it. They are absolutely deadly on this track. I'm probably going to say that more than 50 times this race. They are absolutely terrifyingly bad. I think Grim's now going to try and recover from that spin. It's a Nightmare though, following him through. Munro in ninth with Jason just trying to get underneath. Munro's got the inside line but opts to back out and not fight with Jason. Maybe a good choice because Jason bends it around to the third corner. Munro holds down for now. He's got Boss chasing him where he had to take avoiding action. Boss slips through to 9th, so Munro down to 10th. Jason with Scary Guy battling. Scary Guy's connection doesn't look great. He's pushing Jason, but unfortunately just with that lag I think it's going to be difficult. Jason a little bit untidy through the clipping the sausage, but not too bad. See Scary Guy go flying in the background at the corkscrew. Being an American, you'd think he would have better knowledge of this American track than us, but got caught out by the corkscrew there. Jump back to the lead, and Mr. Short is still out front. Still has quite a sizable gap back to Murkoff, who has broke away from Jules slightly. There's also a gap in Flapjack. Everyone just starting to settle down into their race pace now. As Flapjack set the fastest lap on the last lap at 121.4. Maybe realised that his tyres don't need looking after now and is pushing the car to all it can handle. You see them both Flapjack and Jules like to hang the back end out, and both synchronised drifting pair through the corkscrew. Myself up into 5th, battling with Jammy. Oh, just carried too much speed, tried to correct it and cut across the front of poor Jammy as I had my impending accident. So that's myself back down to 8th. Puts Grim up into 6th. Recovering well. He's done really well in the Porsche now. He's got it set down to his liking. You got Nightmare still keeping tabs on Grim. Good drive from these three, Jammy, Grim and Nightmare, after covering after their separate incidents. Back up to the high midfield. We got Boss in 9th with Jason right on the back of him now. So maybe going to look for the inside line through the right-hander. He does. Lovely clean pass and space given by both guys there. Great driving. So it's Boss down to 10th. So Monroe dropped down to 11th. And the scary guy struggling at the back. So you see Sean just struggling to get the power down, coming out the last corner. Flapjack will have the slipstream. Might be a little bit too far back for a look into the Andretti hairpin. Yeah, but he's right. Good exit into here now. See Jules running a little bit wide. Is Jules starting to buckle maybe under the pressure? Flapjack again setting a fast first sector. Jump on board with Flapjack as he's going to be looking for a move on Jules shortly. Jules just unsettling the car through that deceivingly difficult left-hander. See Flapjack looking to the inside of the corkscrew but backs off. Much better run out. Sometimes it's better to back off, just slow down it, and then take the better line, quicker line out of the corner. So it's Flapjack up into the 3rd. Great move. Jules will be happy about that and be looking to try and get back past Flapjack. As Flapjack is now in a Sega sandwich. Jammy running well in 5th. And commentator's curse again. He just struggles to get the power down coming out of that last corner. It is a dusty circuit, laguna seca, so it can play havoc with the traction zone sometimes. And if you get a tyre onto that dusty dirt, it is extremely difficult to clean the tyres back up. You have to be careful for quite a few corners after it. We've got Grim following Jammy, hoping to take advantage of anything that happens. Nightmare Racer just down the road with myself in close attendance in 8th. Jason past Boston and trying to get back to the back of the pack in front in 9th. Boss is just trying to stay with him and follow. Monroe in 11th. And Scary Guy in 12th. Sean's really broke up a good lead now over the guys. I think now maybe everybody's realised that fuel and tyres are not an issue. Let's see what gap he's built up already. 6.6 second gap and the fastest lap to boot at 121.1. See another dominant performance from Sean. I really wish he would have a bad race because I'm starting to sound like a bit of a fanboy, which is quite unsettling. Murkoff with Flapjack attached to the back of his Sega 911. Jump on board with Flapjack coming up towards the corkscrew. Oh, just caught out by Murkoff's braking. Gives him a tap through. Murkoff manages to hold it through corkscrew. Flapjack had to gain control of his car there, which lets Jules back through. So Jules back up to third, Flapjack down to fourth. He'll be upset by that mistake there. Still plenty of time to go, coming up to halfway now, so plenty of time to make that better. As you see, the three guys coming up to lap Scary Guy. Just see his car lagging across the screen. Jamie just struggling to get the power down again at that last corner, but running really well. Hopefully those few moments he had earlier are his bad luck for this round and he can get a decent result. Just something always seems to happen to him every race. Not his fault. Just one of those seasons for him. Nightmare Race has dropped off a bit now from Jamie. Myself still roughly the same gap back from Nightmare. We've both got past Grim. Wonder if he had an incident. Let's go back and see how we both managed to jump him. So we're on board with Grim. He's still in front of Nightmare and myself. Coming up towards the corkscrew. Is he gonna have an issue? Oh. Just looks like the car didn't have any grip on the dusty surface. He took a very tight line on the inside. Don't think there was any contact from Nightmare. We'll just take a look from his point of view just to see. So we're on board with Nightmare Racer now, coming up towards the corkscrew. See Grim ahead. This racer car's just twitching under braking. No contact from Nightmare, just until that contact, but Grim was already having the accident. That's why he caught him. Just too tight in the line, the back end just broke free. So it promotes myself and Nightmare both up a place. Hopefully Grim can get the car straightened up and recover. Yeah, he's managed to recover that car quite quickly. We're looking to chase us back down. Jason still in there. He's desperately trying to close onto the back of us. Pretty consistent over the last few laps. He's finally happier with the 911, although the front end has took a beating. Keep the Team Firestorm painters busy over the next week, getting ready for round 7. We have Boss in 10th. I actually think Boss maybe got a new wheel set up for this race. That's why he's a little bit off the pace. I'm pretty sure that was for this round. Monroe in 11th, just a bit further down the road from Boss. Scary Guy in 12th. So we have Sean strolling away with it in first place. Murkoff with Flapjack right behind him. Jules has dropped back off from this pair slightly now. So Murkoff is all on his own without his teammate as a rear gunner. So you can see Flapjack is very quick through this section. That's where he got Jules and nearly got Murkoff. Just slightly caught out by the braking last time, but he's a bit too far back this time around. Maybe a little bit cautious after collecting Murkoff on the last lap. And Jamie just lapping Scary Guy who pulls off the road nicely. Nightmare in 2nd, Grim in 7th, myself in 8th. I've had another issue. Falling back. Jason still in ninth. And Boss closing in on him now. Monroe falling back away from Boss and Jason in 11th. Scary Guy just struggling, trying to stay out of the way of the lapping cars. Some great racing on display. See, Flapjack has gone past Murkoff. Missed that one. The two Sega guys now have been passed by Flapjack. We'll be hoping to chase down Sean. As they've had some great battles in our sister series, the Sunday League. Just hasn't quite been able to match Sean in the Porsches this time around. But if you want to take part in any of the races we have going, come over and find us on Discord. If you haven't got Discord, you can find us on Twitter at Driversroom, and we'll explain how to get Discord, how to get into our channel. There's races most nights of the week. Plenty of series. Season 3 is shaping up to look like a great season. Discord is expanding quite rapidly. Now expanded our Endurance Championship to 3 tiers, so there's plenty of room. Come and give us a shout and see if you can test yourself against some of these great drivers. We're always happy to take fair, clean drivers in the drivers' room. If you want to take a look at some of the other series, we have a few highlight creators with their YouTube channels. You've got Camaro75, Muller_CJ, Rice Racing, AGT Racer, and Plux the Duck. Head over to their channels, subscribe if you want, and catch up with all the Drivers Room racing for this week. So we'll take a quick run through the grid and see how things are shaping up as we reach the 20-minute mark. So we've got Mr. Sean out in front. He is now 7 seconds ahead of Flapjack. Flapjack in 7th, with Murkoff trying to close him down behind in 3rd. Jules just falling back a little bit in 4th. Jammy in 5th, having a very solid run around Laguna Seca. Every time I praise him, he goes off the road there slightly. Nightmare Racer in 6th. We've got Grimlock in 7th. Had a few incidents, but has managed to hold the midfield position. Myself in 8th. Had quite a few incidents. Falling back away from Grim now. We have Boss in 9th. He's jumped ahead of Jason. Jason in 10th. Battle scarred 911. He's running a lot happier with the car, but Laguna isn't a place that gives you a free ride. It makes you earn every inch of the lap. Monroe in 11th. And Scary Guy is struggling in 12th. I think it's just a connection thing for Scary Guy. He's quite a lot of lag this race, which isn't helpful, especially at a place like this. So we got just over 9 minutes to go. Looks like yet again Mr. Sean has got it sewn up. The guys battling behind, just going to hold them up. He can just cruise to the finish. As I say, I really wish he would have a bad race. I'm sick of sounding like a fanboy of his. Got Flapjack just holding off Murkoff. These guys are having a great race. See Murkoff run wide in the back. Keeps it going, keeps his speed up. Well held there by Murkoff. Let's see, Jules just annihilated that sausage curb on the inside, but holds the car well. See him come up towards the corkscrew. Can't remember the name of that straight. I really need to do a bit more research. These corner names, and everybody knows the corkscrew, even Even if you don't know what track it's at, you know that corner. Jammy having a great run in 5th. Nightmare's catching him up now. Right, have a look, coming up the corkscrew. Just settles in behind. Nightmare just gets the bit wider and faster line. But massive bags of oversteer through that left-hander. Let's Jammy back through. Great driver though, managed not to collect each other. See both pushing hard, the back end of the cars twitching as they get the power down over the straight. Grim in a bit of a world of his own now in 7th. Hopefully keep his concentration up. It can get a bit monotonous and boring when you're lapping by yourself. Boss in 8th. Jason now up to 9th. I've fallen even further back. It's all coming apart at the seams for myself. Been the story of my season so far. Should be running wide into the Andretti here, but just about keeping it out of the gravel. Monroe just missing his braking point at the last corner. Scary guy in 12th. Sean just lapped Scary guy again. He's also starting to catch. Looks like myself, and Jason and Boss in the distance. Flapjack's slowly starting to stretch away from Murkoff. Coming at the Scary guy at the corkscrew. Not a great place to catch a back marker, but hopefully they can navigate it okay. Bit of oversteer coming to the corner there for Flapjack. He just gets past the Scary guy. Murkoff's taking a trip across the dirt. That car will not want to turn in for the next 1 or 2 corners. It's very, very difficult to get off your tyres once you get out onto it. Really takes the grip away. Should run a little bit deep through the Andretti hairpin, but pulls it back in nice and tight. Jules now in 4th. Jammy still holding off Nightmare. The race has just settled right down now. The lack of pit stops has spread the field out. Not much action going on down the field. Only a couple of people who are going to be close. You got Boss in 8th, Jason just behind at 9th, a bit further back in 10th. As I go right offline, it's Mr. Sean in the background coming to catch me, to lap me. Yep, I've actually had enough. So we have Boss in. He's just promoted Monroe to 10th. Scary guy up to 11th. Boss has been passed by Jason. Not very much overtakes and managed to miss it. Jammy has also been passed by Nightmare Racer. back and see how he managed that. So we jump on board with Nightmare, still quite a way back from Jammy, heading up towards the corkscrew. See Jammy just gets too much of the sausage curb on the inside and sends him off into a spin. So that's Nightmare up into fifth. So we rejoin the action now. Nightmare is up into fifth, unfortunately, because of Jammy's just catching the sausage curb a little bit too hard, flicking him out. Goes in the dust and that span him out. Jules stood in fourth. Yeah. So we've got 3 minutes to go, and it looks like front four are pretty spaced out, although Flapjack is gaining slightly on Sean, even though Sean's been quicker the past 2 laps. Flapjack carrying a 1.1 second penalty though. See Murkoff getting it wrong, coming out of the corkscrew. Just on that little left-hander down the hill, it can catch anybody out. Jules won't put him under too much pressure. Both for Team Sega, a third and a fourth will be good for their team. Jamie just again catching sausage curb and running it wide. Maybe just put off by the scary guy. Didn't expect him to be there. Scary guy was kind of on the racing line to take the corner, so Jamie had to swerve in to take it tight. Scary guy's lagged very bad now. Grim still on his lonely stroll in the 7th. Boss is back ahead of Jason. These 2 guys really starting to duke it out now. We'll stick with them here. It's probably the only action they're going to see on track now. With just under 1.5 seconds to go. Everybody else except see Sean actually catching in the background to lap these 2. How will that affect this battle? Chase is right in the slipstream now. Pulls out to the inside line. It's about half a car up alongside going into the Andretti hairpin. Just brakes. Gets his braking spot on and slides up through the inside. He just caught Boss out a little bit into that corner. Boss then had to wait to get the car turned in and the acceleration out of the hairpin. So it's Jason up into 8th now. He'll be able to try and pull away. Sean is catching Boss, so that's going to disrupt his pursuit of getting that position back. That's what. So Jason must have had a mistake, did he? He just seemed to slow down. Let's go back and take a look. So we're on board with Jason now, just out this left-hander heading up towards the corkscrew. Is he going to catch this sausage curb's got everyone out on the inside here? No, he just has understeer and then corrects it into oversteer. Completely kills his momentum up the hill. You see Boss stroll past on the outside. And a half-second penalty in the boot just added insult to injury. We'll stick with them there as we're coming up. Looks like this is going to be their final lap. That's it. 30 seconds has elapsed. So Boss is going to hold off. Jason, see Grim's already across the line and Scary Guy. We have Sean across for the win. Flapjack coming home in second. A great drive from Flapjack. Battling well with the 2 Team Sega guys. And we got the, as we said, the 2 Team Sega guys. Linus Stern, Murkoff in 3rd, Jules in 4th. Nightmare had a great recovery drive. Every time I say somebody's had a great drive, he slides it through the left-hander. Great recovery drive from Nightmare after a few incidents early on. I'm into 5th now. I think Neon Knights keep picking up solid points every round. Jammy having a decent drive into 6th, recovered from his incidents. Just Munro coming home in 10th. So it's another victory for Mr. Sean and the Neon Knights. That's it from round 6. Thanks very much for joining us, and catch us next week for round 7.